Om Swaha Shri Mahaganesha. Om Swaha Shri Mahaganesha. Om Swaha Shri Mahaganesha. Om Shri Swaha Shri Mahaganesha. Om Shri Swaha
जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय गजवदन षडानन माता, जय 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 निर्मल माता। जय गजवदन षडानन माता, जय 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 निर्मल माता। ध्यान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा, ध्यान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा। बलिवाहिनी शुभ संदेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय आदिशक्ति मात निर्मला, जय 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 भक्तवत्सला। जय आदिशक्ति मात निर्मला, जय 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 भक्तवत्सला। भक्ति दान दो भक्ति गम्या, भक्ति दान दो भक्ति गम्या। कीजिए कृपा निर्मल गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जगदम्बे मात भवानी, हे जगदम्बे मात भवानी। शुद्ध विद्या तव चरण न जानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरण न जानी। हे जगदम्बे मात भवानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरण जानी। मोक्ष दान दो मोक्ष प्रदायिनी, मोक्ष दान दो मोक्ष प्रदायिनी। तु विनाशिनी भव कलेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी मन अंतर में ज्योत जला दो मन अंतर में ज्योत जला दो चंद्र निभा ज्योति दिनेश की जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की जय जननी श्री गणेश की जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की
జై మాతాజీ ఈరోజు ఈ ప్రాతకాల సమయ ధ్యానానికి అందరు సహజయోగిని సహజయోగులందరికీ స్వాగతం. రెండు చేతులు భూమాత మీద పెడదామండి. హే భూమి మాత, దయచేసి మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి. మా పాదాలతో మిమ్మల్ని స్పృశిస్తున్నందుకు మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి. మా అందరికీ మీ అంతటి ఓర్పును సహనాన్ని ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. హే భూమి మాత, మాలో ఉన్న చెడినంతటిని మీ ద్వారా గ్రహించి మమ్మలను ఈ ప్రాతకాల సమయ ధ్యానానికి సిద్ధం చేయండి అమ్మా. అందరం శ్రీ మాతాజీ గారి పాదపద్మలకు నమస్కరించుకొని కలెక్టివ్ బంధన్. అందరం ముందుగా ప్రాతకాల ప్రార్థన మాతాజీ గారి ద్వారా విందామండి.
సంస్ఫురాత్మతత్వం సచ్చిత్ సుఖం పరమహంస గతిం తురీయం యత్ స్వప్న జాగర సుషుప్త భవైతి నిత్యం తద్ బ్రహ్మ నిష్కలమహం నచ భూత సంగ. अर्थ कळला का?
ఇప్పుడు మనమందరము ప్రసన్నమైన చిత్తంతో 3 మహామంత్రాలు తర్వాత శ్రీ గణేష్ మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महा
శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మీ యొక్క గణేష్ తత్వంతో మాలోని ఆధ్యాత్మిక ఉన్నతికి వస్తున్న ఆటంకములన్నింటినీ తొలగించండి అమ్మా. నెమ్మదిగా కుడి చేయిని హృదయం మీద పెట్టుకుందాం. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మా హృదయంలోనికి రండమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా హృదయాన్ని శుభ్రపరచండి అమ్మా. అందులో మీ పాద పద్మములు ఎల్లప్పుడూ పూజించుకునేటువంటి అదృష్టాన్ని మాకు ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, అందరినీ ప్రేమించేటటువంటి మనస్తత్వాన్ని మాకు ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా ఆత్మను ఎల్లప్పుడూ ప్రకాశవంతంగా ఉంచండి అమ్మా. నెమ్మదిగా కుడి చేయని మాతాజీ గారు పెంచుతామండి. చిత్తం లెఫ్ట్ స్వాధిష్టానం మీద. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మాకు నిర్మల విద్యను ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మాకు శుద్ధ ఇచ్ఛాశక్తిని ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా ఇచ్ఛ, శుద్ధ ఇచ్ఛ ఎప్పుడు పరమాత్మలతో ఎలా గుర్తించాలో, ఎలా మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఉండాలో, మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా ప్రసన్నం చేసుకోవాలో అలాగా మా ఇచ్చని మేము ఎప్పుడు ఉంచుకునేటట్టుగా మమ్మల్ని ఆశీర్వదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీ నిర్మల విద్యా సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకున్నాం. त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्मल विद्या साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो అటెన్షన్ రైట్ స్వాధిష్టాన, కుడి స్వాధిష్టాన చక్రం మీద చిత్తం ఉంచుతాము. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మా చిత్తంలోనికి రండమ్మ. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా చిత్తానికి హిమాలయాల వంటి చల్లదనాన్ని, చంద్రుని వంటి శీతలంను ప్రసాదించండమ్మ. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా చిత్తం ఎల్లప్పుడూ మీ యొక్క శ్రీచరణాలపైన ఉండేటట్లుగా మమ్మల్ని ఆశీర్వదించండమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, మా చిత్తాన్ని శుభ్రపరచండమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, చేసేది చేయించేది అంతా మీరేనమ్మా, మేమేమి చేయవారం కాదమ్మా. శ్రీ నిర్మల్ చిత్త సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకున్నాం. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ నిర్మల్ చిత్త సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. చిత్తం మధ్య స్వాధిష్టాన చక్రం మీద. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మాకు సృజనాత్మక శక్తిని ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీ బ్రహ్మదేవో సరస్వతి మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ బ్రహ్మదేవో సరస్వతి సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. మన కుడి చేయి ఆజ్ఞాచక్రం మీద పెట్టుకుందామండి, ఫోర్ హెడ్ మీద. శ్రీమాతజీ, నేను అందరినీ క్షమిస్తున్నానమ్మా, నన్ను నేను క్షమించుకుంటున్నానమ్మా, దయచేసి మీరు నన్ను క్షమించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతజీ, నేను అందరినీ క్షమిస్తున్నానమ్మా, నన్ను నేను క్షమించుకుంటున్నానమ్మా, దయచేసి మీరు నన్ను క్షమించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీ మహాలక్ష్మి సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం. త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ మహాలక్ష్మి సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. నెమ్మదిగా మన చేతిని శ్రీమాతాజీ గారు చూపిద్దామండి. చిత్తం సహస్రారంలో శ్రీ నిర్విచార స్వామిని మంత్రం తీసుకు. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ నిర్విచార స్వామిని సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. శ్రీమాతాజీ, దయచేసి మాకు నిర్విచారిత ఒక ఆనందాన్ని ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. జై శ్రీమాతాజీ. ఇదే నిర్విచార స్థితిలో శ్రీ మాతాజీ గారి అమృతవాణిని విందామండి.
Today I am going to talk to you about attention. What is attention? What is the movement of attention? And what are the ways and methods of raising our attention? Keep it in broad ways, all right? But when I am saying all these things, you must know that I am talking to you individually. It's not about others. Always the first thing human beings do is when I am speaking to you, you try to find out about whom Mataji is speaking. This is the best way of putting your attention onto something else. If you put your attention to yourself that this is for me and me and me alone, then it will have an effect, because these are mantras. And that's why it is wasted, because whatever is given to you is thrown onto another person. So the attention that you have is the only way to know the reality. Your own attention is important, not the attention of others or your attention on others. This must be clearly understood. If you understand this point, that the whole thing is to be consumed by you through your attention to raise yourself to a higher situation, it will work out. Otherwise it is like giving food to you and going to another person who is getting nourished while you are getting nothing. And that person also may not be able to get nourished because he doesn't know that you are throwing it to that person. So today, as I am going to speak to you about attention, you should know that your attention should absorb all that I am saying. It is not meant for anybody else. You better sit in thoughtless awareness. That's the best way. So that it goes into you. Otherwise, it's like a lecture, That you listen to me has no effect. Every lecture will transform you. Because after all, I am speaking. But because you always think of others and you think of your problems all the time, something nonsensical is going on about which you are worried, and the attention is so overloaded that whatever is said to you doesn't go into you. So just now utilize it by being attentive and knowing that all these nonsensical things have no value. Is your attention that has to come up and has to grow. So attention is the whole of the canvas of your being. It's a complete canvas. Is the attention. Complete canvas of your being is the attention. How much you have gone into it, how much you have discovered it, how far you have raised it is a different point. Attention is Chitta and God is attention. How far your attention has been enlightened is a different point. But your attention is God. If you become enlightened to that extent, it is like a canvas. You can say it is like a canvas which is spread out for a film. Whatever aptitudes, or you can say the drags or movements of your attention has, shows on that canvas. I don't know what is the word for vritti in English language. It's not aptitude, but a person gets prone to, or his attention is dragged to. I don't know, there's a word like that for in English language, vritti. Can you suggest any word? So, our attention is just a pure, completely pure canvas, and is acted upon by the three gunas we have to begin with. And the three gunas come to you, as you know, one from your past, one from your future sense, and one from the present. Now, whatever have been your experiences about a particular thing or a particular occasion, so far is completely recorded in your memory. For example, if you see the black color, all that goes with the black color is recorded in your memory. As soon as you see this black color, quite a lot of it comes up. That means as soon as you see this with your attention, the attention gets muddled up, or you can say the attention gets colored with all the memories about this black color. And then your action takes place according to the way your attention is affected. For example, just now, something was burned by these flames. Now all of you became aware of it. Next time whenever you will see a flame, first thing will happen will be that you will be cautious about it. It is not going to happen again, but the whole memory will come to you and you will try to be cautious or warn others. Because your attention will become aware of that as soon as you will see that. Because that canvas of your attention itself will start throwing out these pictures out of itself through your past experiences onto the canvas. This is a living canvas. Or maybe that if you have got some ideas which you have premeditated or thought of the future. For example, you must have thought of somebody that if I meet that man, I will tell him like this. As soon as you will meet that man, your attention will start bubbling out with those ideas that are coming about this man, and you will start addressing to him accordingly. It's all stored up within you. Whether it is about the future or about the past, is given out of the attention through that bubbling process, which depends on your dragging nature. Where are you dragged? That's called as vritti. But I don't know what you call it in English language. I don't know what you are prone to. Vritti is a very neutral word. It doesn't mean anything bad. It means where you are drawn to. Vritti means a temperament by which you are drawn to. Now whatever is your temperament, it acts like that. For example, if you see a man walking, say, blindly, he cannot see things. One person may get angry with that person, another may have pity for that person, third may come forward to help him out. Is the vritti, is the temperament that you have developed through your three gunas. That's why this attention becomes identified with you. And when you are identified with this, your vritti, your temperaments, then you are still in a misidentified area. Let us take a case of somebody who has been possessed before. Now coming to Sahaja Yoga, his possession goes away. But the memory remains in the brain that he was possessed. And the memory is stronger in a person, left side is stronger. Then that memory lingers on. And as soon as that person comes in contact with anyone which has got something to do with the past possession, it clicks. And the whole thing starts coming into you, bubbling out, and you think you are again possessed. It is the memory which gives you, it's a myth. It's the memory that tells you, oh, you are again possessed. Because your left side is weak, means you always live in your memory. Your memory is stronger than yourself. If you could make yourself stronger than your memory, nothing can possess you. But after you get the realization, you are not still identified with that state of mind in which you see your ego and superego as myths. Still you get caught up into your ego and superego. And that's why your attention is still in a mess. In a pure, simple way of attention in an innocent child, he sees everything in pratyaksha, means in actual experiencing of something for a child, because he has no memory. So he'll have to burn his hand to feel that this burns. He has to touch something cold to know that it is cold. His memory is not yet built. So into the actual experiencing of it, he lives. But that actual experiencing becomes memory. And once the memory is built up stronger, the whole personality is affected by memory. All the conditioning of all kinds come through that. Your reading, even the whole atmosphere can come to you. You see, sometimes you smell a particular soap, or say a rose, you smell it. And all the memories of smelling such a rose sometimes comes to you, and you may feel really elated sometimes, maybe sometimes very unhappy, whatever may be the situation. So you may feel happy or unhappy, because whatever experiences you have had has given you a memory. This memory might have given you a superego or might have given you a ego. This scanning might have taken place. If it has been a ego and a superego, then maybe that if it was ego, you must have felt happy. If it is satisfying to your ego, you feel very happy. If it is not, if it is superego, if you are suppressed by this, then you feel very unhappy. So both things like happiness or unhappiness are the states where you are still in the myth. Still the myth exists. You have to still go beyond. So if you feel happy about some situation, you should know you are only happy before realization, because it is giving some support to your ego to bloat. And if you are unhappy, then you should know that there is some sort of a suppression on your ego and there is a superego developing. So both the situations have been of no help to you. Of no help to you for your growth, except that both these institutions develop so much that you are away from the real experiencing. The real experiencing stops because your attention is so much muddled up. So on one side, if you move on the left hand side, your attention is muddled up with fear, with pain, with unhappiness, with hopelessness, dejection. The other side, if you indulge too much onto the right hand side, little bit also, you start getting elated, excited, over dominating. The color of the left side is blue, and the blue color starts changing to the black, while on the right hand side it is to begin with yellow, light yellow, or you can say golden, then yellow, then orange, and then red. So you go to aggression on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you go into a complete state of entropy, you can call it, or a state where you are separated from yourself into complete frozen state. So one side you become completely frozen, on the other side you become completely heated up. Both these things are again movement on the wrong direction. Even in the center, when the attention is kept, that you keep your attention more in the center. There also, because it's a very sensitive point, it doesn't stay there. For example, when we say use fire, we can use it for burning the house. In the same way, we can use it for creating smoke. But we can also use this fire in its proper way, if we use it in its proper proportion, for cooking the food, for giving us light. If it is too much, it can burn like a big fire. If it is too little, it can burn like smoke. But in the center, when you know how to balance it, then you can use it for your own purpose, for cooking or for giving light. And then for a puja too. So in the same way, when we really balance our gunas properly, then we become gradually the master of the whole situation. The attention doesn't get dragged into things that we have been doing or that we have understood through our memories or through our experiences or whatever it is, and is not also dragged towards too much on the right hand side that we try to overpower or try to dominate someone. Because if you move too much that side, you have seen, it becomes blood. It is difficult for people to understand how, when people become very religious minded, like now Iran, the movement is on the right, all the austerities, all that, everything, now bloodshed. Christians also did the same. Brahmins did the same in India. Buddhists did the same. Even they talked of non-violence, they got to bloodshed. Because movement started right hand side. Left hand side movement will take you to very sly and dark methods. So right handed sided people, like big nations who are supposed to be developed nations, they justify war. We must have weapons to face each other. But you all, each other, are the same people from God's point of view. Why are you fighting? When God asks you, why are you fighting? What is the need? Why don't you sit down properly and listen to each other? What are you fighting about? You are fighting about land. Is it your father's land? It belongs to God. God has created this land. Why are you fighting? But your attention is such that immediately you think, oh, this is my land, this is my motherland, this is my fatherland, this is my brotherland. But what about your land which is within you? It's not your own. So if you go on telling these people that we should have no war, they will not listen. Realization is the only way. By realization, your attention gets higher and gets separated from that strata from where these things bubble in. You understand my point now? The strata goes higher. The attention goes higher, at a higher state. And these things that used to bring in, by right side movement you get vikshepa, confusion. First you get confusion. Every intellectual, whatever brilliant he may be, he is confused. And the more confused here, the more he asserts himself. Because he is confused, he is not sure of himself, so he asserts. This is the thing, this is the thing. I mean, if it is so, why should you assert it? But he goes on asserting, this is the thing. Then understand, now he is going towards lunatic asylum. Absolutely. And the way he asserts, goes on talking about it all the time, that means he is not sure. He becomes like a possessed personality. When he explains everything through his brains, that this is the thing, this is correct, we must all do, this is what. And he convinces many others who are confused like him. They depend on him, he becomes a leader, because you see they are much more confused. And they find somebody who is not so much confused outwardly, they stick on to him. And all of them get to war or some sort of a bloodshed or some sort of, they want to see blood. They become heartless, passionless, compassionless, you can say, compassionless, loveless people. The other movement is the blue side. The blue is like the blue moonlight. So further romanticism starts. See? Sitting in the moonlight, you see, the ideas start coming from Lord Byron. And they come into your attention. Then it becomes very strong passion with you. You think, oh, I'm still, you see, I have to find out my loves, you see, and you go on in search of your loves and this and that. These things do not really are giving joy. That's why so many poems have been written that love is the most painful thing, is worse than death. And all sorts of poems are written like that. So why did you get into it? I mean, it's already written down, books after books, still why do you get into it? You are already warned about it, that don't go after love. Love is deception, love is this, that, it is very temporary, it is for the little while you get that. By chance, if somebody could stop at a point by marrying somebody who is sweet enough and realize that love and marriage and all these things are in the center, are like the fire in the kitchen, are like the fire in the temple, looks after it and doesn't overdo something about it, then maybe that this may be utilized. In the same way, the right side movement of the sun line, if people think that yes, the sun is important, we have to have sun in the house, but you are not to become naked and insult the sun and get your skin cancer. Sun is not for your skin cancer. But if you overdo it, also it is dangerous. A person who exposes himself too much to planning and doing that and doing this and doing all this can land up into very great difficulties. So you have to balance that side also and this side, and you have to be in the center, in the equilibrium. Now this word equilibrium doesn't exist in our day-to-day life. It exists only in the fiction or maybe in the so-called scientific research. But as far as human beings are concerned, they do not know what is equilibrium is. Because of this, the attention, though after realization comes up, still on the sides they just go down, this side or that side, according to your vrittis. And when these identifications still act in them, they are prone to go down again in their attention and again start bubbling out the same thing as they had. Now, one has to become lighter in one's own mind and should think that we have dropped all that, now why are we there? One should become lighter with all that load flowing out, because you are here to raise your attention higher and higher so that you come up to a point where you become one with the attention of God. Already your attention is sparkled, because through your attention you can see what's wrong with you, you can see what's wrong with others, and you can see how far you are going with yourself. But the progress is retarded because you do not know that this attention is pure form, and all that you get into this attention is a mythical stuff, is a myth. If you drop this myth gradually, treat everything as a myth and not depend on becoming unhappy or happy, just seeing the thing, your attention will take a flight and it will be at a much higher level residing there. Instead of that, every moment you go this way or that way. You see, it goes on like that. And the movement upward is much less. Even in Sattva Guna, when you rise, you can go much worse in that condition also. For example, if you say that I am trying to be Sattva Guni, in Sattva Guni it is that you start seeing everything, discriminating through your understanding, not through vibrations, through understanding. Oh, should we not somehow or other take out our attention from here? Should we not give up this? Should we be charitable? Should we go and serve the people? There are people who think, oh, we are going to do something great, like your Salvation Army. See, let them be salvaged by themselves. I don't know what salvation they are going to be. So these ideas I'm saying, of Sattva Guna can also immobilize you and can really freeze you down once for all. And that also can work in you in such a sly manner, or we can say in such a secretive manner that you won't feel it. All these ideas of helping others, being charitable, let's have a charity association, finished. Once you work in the charity association, your attention is finished there. But if your attention goes higher, say my attention is, I'm only nothing but charity. I mean, what am I? It just flows. You just become the charity. So the difference between a person who is realized and a not realized is this, that the attention which was giving myth as reality to you is gone now, is gone higher. It can see that it is myth. Attention can clearly see that it is myth, and you can see that yourself, and you can remove yourself from that. That, of course, I have to give you a push, no doubt, and I am working hard on that to give you a push. But you should also know that mythical things must be dropped out. Otherwise you will not grow. All mythical things must be dropped out. And the best way to do it is to be in thoughtless awareness. Because as soon as you transcend these three gunas, you become thoughtlessly aware. You have to cross Agya. Once you cross Agya, these three gunas, absolutely you go into a state where you are gunatit, you are beyond gunas.
జై శ్రీ మాతాజీ. రెండు చేతులు జోడించి శ్రీ మాతాజీ గారిని ప్రార్థిద్దామండి. పరమ పూజ్య శ్రీ మాతాజీ, ఈరోజు మా అందరి చేత ఇంతటి చక్కటి ధ్యానాన్ని చేయించినందుకు, మాకు మీరు చైతన్యాన్ని పంచినందుకు మీకు కోటి 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 శతకోటి వందనాలమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. శ్రీమాతాజీ, ఈరోజు ఈ ధ్యానంలో మేము తెలిసి కానీ తెలియక కానీ ఏమైనా తప్పులు చేసుంటే మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతాజీ, మా చిత్తం ఎల్లప్పుడూ మీ పాదపద్మములపై ఉండేటట్లుగా మమ్మల్ని ఆశీర్వదించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీమాతాజీ, సహయోగులందరికీ మీరు ఎలాగైతే సహయోగులు ఉండాలనుకుంటున్నారో అలాగా తీర్చిదిద్దండి అమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. శ్రీమాతాజీ, చేసేది చేయించేది అంతా మీరేనమ్మా, మేమేమీ చేయవారు కాదమ్మా. శ్రీమాతాజీ, మీ యొక్క కృపా కటాక్షాలతో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కలెక్టివిటీకి మిమ్మల్ని శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి రూపంలో పూజించుకునేటటువంటి అదృష్టాన్ని మాకు ఇచ్చారమ్మా. ఈ పూజ 2026 జూన్ 5, 6, 7 తారీఖుల్లో జరగబోతుందమ్మా. ఆ పూజ మీరు మా అందరి చేత మీకు నచ్చే విధంగా, మీరు మెచ్చే విధంగా చేయించండి అమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. ఆ పూజకి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కలెక్టివిటీ అంతటిని సిద్ధం చేయండి అమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. శ్రీమాతాజీ, అలాగే వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరికీ వసతి ఎక్కడ ఇవ్వాలో అక్కడే మీరు నిర్ణయించి అక్కడ మాకు ఆ వసతి సౌకర్యాలు వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వడానికి మాకు దారి చూపించండి అమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. శ్రీమాతాజీ, వచ్చిన యోగులందరికీ మేము మీ యొక్క ప్రేమని అందరితో పంచుకొని అందరం అత్యంత భక్తి శ్రద్ధలతో ప్రేమతో మీ యొక్క ఈ పూజను మా చేత జరిపించుకోండి అమ్మ శ్రీమాతాజీ. శ్రీమాతాజీ, we thank you very much for everything you have given us. Let thy will be done. Collective Bandhan. జై శ్రీమాతాజీ. ఈరోజు ఈ ప్రాతకాల ధ్యానం ఇంతటితో ముగించడం జరుగుతుందండి. ఇంకా ఎవరికైనా ధ్యానం చేయాలి, ధ్యానంలో ఉండాలి అనుకున్న వాళ్ళందరూ సహజ సంగీతం ఆలకిస్తూ ధ్యానం కొనసాగించవచ్చు. మరలా సాయంత్రం 8 గంటలకి అందరం ఈ మెడిటేషన్కి జాయిన్ అవుతాం. జై శ్రీమాతాజీ.